It's that time of year again, tax time. Yes, it is just around the corner, but have you ever wondered, will there be enough cash to cover your refund? For those who claim the earned income tax credit and the additional tax credit, you're gonna wanna listen to this. We've got Brian Ashcroft, Director of Tax Compliance for Liberty Tax Service, here with more. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Stephanie.
So kind of a downer, I have to say, right? When it comes to that refund for a lot of us, maybe, hopefully.
It's a downer for many people.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What is causing the delays in this year's tax refunds?
So one of the things the PATH Act included that the Congress passed last year was that the IRS wouldn't be able to fund refunds with the earned income tax credit or the additional child tax credit before February the 15th. Now, they're going to start the process at that point in time, and the IRS has warned us that it may be February the 27th before the money starts flowing to the taxpayers.
Okay, my goodness. Well, what kind of impact, other than the obvious, is this going to have on taxpayers or consumers? What are we going to be dealing with?
These refunds can have a tremendous impact on consumers. One of the things we did was we did a poll with our customers to find out what they use the money for, and they use it for things like groceries and rent and bills current and past due, as well as save. So this can have a tremendous impact on the consumers.
Will banks and other financial institutions have enough money to handle these refund delays? Is that going to cause any problems?
That's a great question. Last year, by February the 12th, the IRS had issued $94 billion in refunds. And so one of the things that we're urging people this year, don't take the chance. If you've got a bank account, if you've got a paper check last year and you've got a bank account, go ahead and do a direct deposit from the IRS directly to your bank account. But for the millions of Americans that may not have a bank account, Liberty Tax has a prepaid debit card as an option that will serve like a bank account and go on one of those cards, and they don't have to take their chances with a paper check to see if there's enough money at their local check casher or their local bank.
Yeah, all right, good to know. Now, as we head into tax season, there's always concerns surrounding fraud and identity theft. So what are the guidelines in order to protect taxpayers? Any suggestions there?
That's one of the things that they're delaying the refund for, to give the IRS additional time to match up the tax return against other databases that the government has access to reduce the amount of taxpayer fraud and identity theft. So that'll give a good option for the IRS to be able to help facilitate that and reduce fraud. Last year, they made a 50% reduction in identity theft, working alongside the industry partners like us and other private firms, and also working with government agencies to reduce the amount of identity theft that we find out in the marketplace.
And I also wanted to mention, you guys did a survey that found 97% of taxpayers surveyed were not actually aware of the PATH Act. What do our viewers need to know about the PATH Act, and how can that help them?
Yeah, we were certainly shocked to find out that, and this was a little bit earlier, the PATH Act nobody understood what it was or knew that it was coming. And one of the interesting things that came out in the PATH Act was the idea of how quickly consumers spend their tax refund. Around 50% of all those that received a refund spent that refund within weeks, and 14% spent it within days. And so as soon as this money goes out, it's being used for things that are necessities, and so consumers are spending that money very quickly when they get it.
Yeah. All right, well, before we file for Uncle Sam, is there a website we should be looking at first to kind of learn more about what you discussed with us today and filing for that refund?
There's a great website, libertytax.com, that'll have lots of information, or you can simply walk into one of our 4,000 offices around the country, where we've got 30,000 trained preparers to help answer your questions and navigate you through all the changes that are taking place in the tax industry.
Well, thank you very much, Brian. You made it very convenient, and we've also made it easy for you guys by jumping on our website. You can head to fox4morningblend.com. We're going to have everything Brian talked about posted online for you.